I filmed 2 videos in one day. Can you tell? Hi, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another booktube video. I know, I've done a couple of these recently. It's so weird. Also, it's almost Halloween. It is currently October, and I don't get to wear these cat ears very often. The last time I wore them was at an Ariana Grande concert in 2017, so don't come for me. I want to wear them. Plus they go with my Melanie Murphy shirt. The Bi Infinity sign. It says, live your truth. I just got this the other day. I'm a big fan of Melanie Murphy, and I'm a big fan of everything she stands for and everything she talks about, and I just had to get it. It's pink, it's my kind of pink, it's so colorful, and I'm a total LGBTQ ally, I'm a bi ally, wearing it proudly. Today I'm doing a spoiler-free ARC review of one of my actual favorite books of all time, thanks to HCC Frenzy or HarperCollins Canada, and this is kind of an epic love story by Kheryn Callender. The people at HCC Frenzy have been so kind since I met them back in May. They sent me a couple books, and they asked if I would post a review of this one after I gave it a read, and of course I said yes. I mean, free book, supporting a company I love. I read this book, and it was absolutely adorable. I could not get over how cute it was. I loved it from start to finish. The pacing is fantastic. The author's writing style is a little bit reminiscent of Becky Albertalli and John Green put in one book, actually. Amazing writing. This book follows the story of a boy named Nathan Bird. His friends call him Bird, some people call him Nate. That's not important to the plot. I just thought I'd mention it. Nate is going through some rough times at school, basically because of his love life. Nate is in high school, he's graduating in a couple of years, and he's having a little bit of trouble. Basically, here's the situation. His ex-girlfriend, who he's absolutely still in love with, broke up with him because she cheated on him with her current girlfriend. A kid named Ollie has moved back to town, who Nate used to be friends with, but after an embarrassing incident with him, they were no longer friends, and now he's trying to figure out if he wants to rekindle that friendship. During the events of all this, between figuring out his love life and his friends and everything in between, he's also an aspiring screenwriter, and he's writing for an application to go off to New York for the summer and write with screenwriters and learn from them. He is a big movie buff, which is why he's very into screenwriting, and the person who actually recommended that he do this is his ex-friend, sort of now friend, Ollie, who he may or may not also have a crush on. This book is absolutely charming. It's an LGBTQ plus read, and I definitely think anyone who loves Becky Albertalli, John Green, Adam Silvera, or any of those kinds of authors should definitely give this a read. Getting to the story itself, again, this is a spoiler-free review, so I will not be telling you what happens at the end of the book because it hasn't come out yet. Hello. It is an LGBTQ read. However, what I really liked about this book is that the fact that these characters are LGBTQ plus characters never has to be addressed. They can just be who they are, and as the story rolls along, it's really easy to just roll with it and accept who they love for who they love, and not based on their gender, race, anything like that. The characters are free to be themselves and love who they love in the story. I also really related to this story based on the fact that I also love film and I love performing and movies, and although Nate doesn't love performing on stage necessarily, I can identify with wanting to be a screenwriter and how difficult it is to write a script and put your heart and soul into it, especially on a deadline. And I really appreciated the way the author made Nate's passion so important, but also addressed in real life the difficulty of dealing with a love life and dealing with school and also trying to follow your passions. Now, usually I only underline passages I like in poetry books, but I loved this book so much that I found myself underlining little bits and pieces of the story as I went along, especially my favorite moments. Also, another really cool thing that they integrated into the story is the fact that Ollie is hard of hearing, so there's also ASL incorporated into the book. It's written out in the story how to sign what Nate is trying to say to Ollie in the book, and I thought that was really interesting to read, and also very educational. A lot of the times, just for the sake of the story, the author uses Nate on his phone to type out what he's trying to say to Ollie, especially because he's hard of hearing. However, sometimes they actually explain what Nate is doing to sign to Ollie because he used to do that when they were kids. Honestly, anyone who's a fan of love stories, LGBTQ plus love stories, just love in general, high school romances, teen romances, I definitely recommend you give this a read. I found this book to be relatable on many levels, especially on the level of the struggle of being in love with someone at such a young age and being in love with someone in high school, especially a lot when people think you're too young to know what love is. And that's something that's also addressed in this story that I really appreciated, is that, again, love is love is love is love is love, no matter what your age is. You know what love is when you feel it, and this addresses that, and I absolutely adored it. Also, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but the ending is super cute. Some of you may have saw on my Instagram that I was actually in Seattle for a couple of days, and the book takes place in Seattle and mentions a lot of places like the Public Market or Pike Place or the original Starbucks. And I was very lucky in the fact that I got to read this in Seattle, which really gave me a sense of the characters and the world they were in, and downtown versus the residential versus the high school areas. I thought it was a really interesting experience to have. Again, I want to say that this video is not sponsored, but a huge thank you to HCC Frenzy and HarperCollins Canada for sending me this book in the mail. I absolutely adored it, and I would love to review another book for you anytime you want. Send me an email, please. This is Kind of an Epic Love Story, comes out on October 30th. Please go check it out. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's actually gone into my favorite books of all time list on my Goodreads, which I will link down below. Thanks for watching this booktube video. Hit subscribe, like, comment, share, all those fun little buttons down below. Also click that bell if you would like to be notified when I upload next. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see down below, especially booktube videos. Want me to review a certain book? Let me know. I hope you enjoyed. I guess that's it for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
I can't focus on what needs to get done. I'm on notice, open digital run. You think I'm tepid, but I'm misdiagnosed. Cause I'm a stalker, I seen all of your posts. And I'm just tryna play it cool now. But that's not what I wanna do.